I just want to do a quick little tutorial on how to use your wrist wraps that I received from Beastette Apparel. And one of my lucky readers is going to win her own. So if you are interested, this is a great way to let you know how to use them once you have them. So what's different about these compared to some other ones is some of the wrist wraps use Velcro, or they use a strap where you actually hold the string in your hand. This one's a little bit different. So what you do is you put it around your wrist and then loop it around, obviously. Loop it around and around and around. And what's great about these two is that Belle does CrossFit herself, so she knows what women are kind of in the market for. And women obviously have a lot smaller wrists than men, so these are a lot better than some of the unisex ones out on the market because they're shorter. So when you put them on, you don't need to wrap it around 20 times to use. You just wrap it around, I don't know, 5 or 6 times. Once you wrap it around, you take the string, loop it around, and then tuck it in, and then you're done. Well, that's great and all, but this isn't very tight at all. I could easily move this around my wrist, and there's really no way to tighten it. So what you need to do is when it's around your wrist, you take your wrist and kind of like do a quick sharp turn. And you just keep doing that repeatedly, and it tightens really tight. So right now my wrist, this one's not as tight, but it's just like a quick little turn and your wrist will be lock solid. So these are really great if you're doing some of the big Olympic lifts like snatches, or even if you're doing like front squats to really stabilize your wrists so that way they don't get, they don't turn the wrong way. Or if you do have any kind of wrist pain, this is really helpful to prevent it from hurting anymore. And then to take them off, you just do a little twist the other way, and then it loosens right up. Like, just comes right off. What I do recommend is if you do keep it on tightly, to make sure that you loosen it up in between your lifts. This is great if you're doing a 1 rep max, or if you just have a couple of movements to do, but you don't want to leave your wrist locked like that all the time because it will start to hurt. Another thing I learned when using these is I did them during my CrossFit competition, and we had to do 2 burpees and then a clean and jerk. And when I went to do the burpees, you do not want to wear these on your wrist if you're doing push-ups or anything on the ground. Because if you're pushing down your hand and your wrist is super stabilized, it's going to be extremely painful. It's just a heads up for you. But anyway, I do love these. They are super great. I highly recommend them for anyone that's getting into the big lifts and if you do have any sort of wrist problems. Thanks.